Defined by its Moorish Revival architecture, the Abu bin Adam Shrine Mosque has stood prominently in downtown Springfield, Missouri since 1923. A structure unlike anything else in the city, built by the Shriners, it was once the largest auditorium west of the Mississippi. Its name, drawn from a 19th century poem, reflects the mystique of its design. Over the decades, it has hosted everything from presidential speeches to rock legends like Elvis Presley. Nearly a century later, it remains a cornerstone of Springfield's cultural and architectural heritage. Over the years, the Shrine Mosque has become known for reports of unexplained activity. Witnesses have seen a ghost of a child and an elderly man, possibly a former janitor. Strange sounds such as hammering, glass clinking, even faucets turning on, lights flickering, sometimes switching on and off by themselves, cold spots, odd smells, and unexplained EMF spikes.
Welcome to the Rogue Chronicles, where we revisit our past investigations, captured through raw footage and actual evidence.
We first came across the Shrine Mosque while searching for haunted locations around southwest Missouri. At the time, we were living in Branson, and we thought this would be a fun spot to explore. Maybe even a good training location for the newer members of our team to get used to covering a building of this size. We honestly never expected to capture what we did on camera. When we arrived at the Shrine Mosque, the building was already quiet for the night. We unloaded our gear and started spreading out through the building, placing equipment where we thought we needed it most. Once the stationary cameras and audio equipment were running, we gathered our handheld gear and decided to split into two teams. The guys would take one side of the building, and the ladies would cover the other. It seemed like the most practical approach. The Shrine Mosque is a big place after all. Although most of what we captured came later during evidence review, the night did offer a few moments worth noting. On the ladies' side, during an EVP session, the lights in their area came on by themselves and flickered briefly. It wasn't much, but it was enough to get their attention at the time. Over on the guys' side, during their EVP session, one of the investigators started getting small hits on the EMF meter and noticed a few cold spots forming around him. The readings weren't strong, but they were consistent enough to stand out, and there wasn't an obvious source nearby that would explain them. Later, as the guys headed upstairs near the backstage area, they heard footsteps on the floor above them. The sound was clear enough to catch their attention, but when they reached the upper level, the area was empty. While our personal experiences throughout the night were subtle, the evidence review revealed a series of moments that painted a clearer picture of what might be moving through the Shrine Mosque. What follows is a collection of these moments, presented in no particular order. As the ladies headed off to begin their part of the investigation, they didn't realize that they were already being followed. On a handheld camera, a disembodied voice can be heard speaking as they walked up the stairs. No one reacted at the time, suggesting they didn't hear it in the moment, but the audio did.
You're the guys. You're the guys.
While the girls were investigating one of the back hallways, one of them asked a question, and they almost got exactly what they asked for.
Can you open the door? Can you open the door?
During another EVP session, one of the investigators asked a question that couldn't have been timed more perfectly. At that exact moment, on a camera positioned on the opposite side of the building, a series of noises began, a mix of bangs and rustling sounds. The two events happened simultaneously, despite being captured in completely different sides of the building.
Could you tell us where maybe another spirit is hiding out in the building? We really like to communicate with one of you.
As the guys were leaving the area where they had just finished their EVP session, one of them noticed movement back in the direction they had just come from. You can hear him mention what he saw on camera. Moments later, the audio picked up a disembodied voice confirming what he saw.
I could have sworn I saw a shadow in there. Right in that doorway there. Not the first one, the second one. I could have sworn I saw a shadow in there. Right in that doorway there. Not the first one, the second one.
While the ladies were investigating the main lobby, an area filled with memorabilia and old photographs, one of the investigators pointed out something unusual in the images on the wall. As she spoke, a voice was captured on audio. Some believe it was a name. Others think it was a direct response to the similarities she was noticing. We'll let you decide.
Yeah. Just by the looks you get on their faces, they're not smiling. And actually, if you guys have ever, just by the looks you get on their faces, they're not smiling. And actually, if you guys have ever,
That night, we had a special guest join the investigation. An Elvis impersonator from Branson, Missouri, who shared our interest in the paranormal. Knowing that Elvis himself once performed on that very stage, he decided to sing, hoping it might stir a response. And it seemed one spirit appreciated that performance. The audio captured what sounded like a quick round of applause immediately after he finished.
Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes, something hard to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too.
One of the main claims tied to the Shrine Mosque is the presence of an elderly man, possibly a former janitor, still seen roaming the halls. In the next series of clips, a figure appears twice, just moments apart, following the exact same path each time. A second camera, positioned at a different angle, facing the same doorway, was too dark to capture movement, but it did record something else, what sounded like heavy breathing, possibly that of an elderly man? For years, the stories surrounding the Shrine Mosque have centered on a single figure said to still roam the halls. It's a claim repeated often, but like many legends, the details are difficult to verify. Records are limited, memories fade, and the line between history and folklore become harder to define. But the Shrine Mosque's past is far larger than one man. This building has hosted generations of performers, audiences, workers, and volunteers. Every show, every rehearsal, and every gathering has left its mark. Theaters are places where emotions linger, and that kind of energy has a way of settling into the walls. And our investigation reflected that. We captured disembodied voices in areas where no one was present. We documented movement, followed by audio that seemed to acknowledge it. We recorded responses to questions, reactions to music, and even the heavy breathing, possibly that of a hard-working janitor. These moments suggest that the Shrine Mosque isn't defined by a single spirit or a single story.